purple shirts. Tonight we will feature an extra special performance from one cheerleaders range from kindergarten through 5th grade and have spent the afternoon learning cheers, dances, jumps, how to have fun, and all that great stuff that cheerleaders do. They will be performing for you this evening. Please enjoy their performance. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another bomber welcome to our little cheerleaders and their awesome role models, the older version of the cheerleaders. Thank you very much, ladies. ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise and remove your headgear. In honor of our flag and our country, the flags are being presented from the South End Zone, Slater American Legion post number 260. And we also have the flag currently flying at half staff in the North End Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, we honor America, the brave men and women in uniform, and especially the Algona officer who lost his life this week with the playing of our national anthem by the Ballard High School Marching Band under the direction of Katie Tollefson.
Start without him.
And now, Mustang fans, to welcome you to Ballard High School, we present your school fight song.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rich Strauss Field, the home of the Ballard Bombers, for tonight's football matchup underneath the lights. Friday Night Lights is here, Ballard versus DCG, and what should be a good football game. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Brock Bierman, alongside my broadcast colleague, Tim Davis. And how are we feeling tonight?
Well, Brock, much better now. Can you hear me?
I think so.
I might have some technical difficulties. I can't really hear myself.
I think we're having technical difficulties. We'll figure this out here in a sec. Try the other headset real quick. And if that works, we'll just roll with that one. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Now
there we
I
go.
can hear myself. That's beautiful right
so,
there.
As we were saying, how are we feeling tonight? Friday Night Lights are here, and should be a good football game.
Yeah, beautiful weather, and like I was saying, I feel much better now. I got caught in the traffic jam there before all the parents were leaving after the little dance program we had by our youngsters, which was a great little program the cheerleaders did this evening for the girls. But, yeah, back up here, feeling refreshed. Beautiful, beautiful fall evening here. Got another nice night. We're 2 for 2 so far, knock on wood, no rain.
Yeah. We got our little tailgate tent set up just in case if there's a little bit of a drizzle. Hopefully the Bombers are raining on the scoreboard tonight. Looking to get back in the win column after dropping the last 2 games since beating Pella week 1. And what do you think the Bombers need to do to get back in the win column tonight?
Well, obviously, to me, going back from 2 weeks ago when we were here at this field, we got to limit turnovers, right? Limit turnovers, limit mistakes. And what I mean by mistakes is penalties, shooting ourselves in the foot. I watched a little bit of the Creston game. We did some nice things. I think Creston's got a really nice team down there. I think they're better than people thought they were going to be. They've won some big games. But tonight, this is a gettable game for the Bombers. DCG comes in at 1-2. They just came off of a big blowout win against Fort Dodge, but they lost a couple early, lost a tight one early to Gilbert. Kind of got blown out a little bit by Newton, but I think it's 2 pretty evenly matched teams. And again, for us, we got to establish the line of scrimmage. I think that's the thing on both sides of the football, the offensive line, the defensive line. We get our run game going, and hopefully we can get Mason Gatch with some confidence, get him in the game early, get him maybe some rollouts, some short passing game, just to build his confidence up and maybe throw the ball down the field. We've got weapons for the Bombers. We just got to get them in the open field and let them do their thing.
Exactly, and I mean, you mentioned the weapons, and I know the Bombers don't necessarily focus on the pass as much as other teams may, but like when they do, they have some very skilled players out in the wide receiver positions like Chance Landy, Jude Gibson, and Jackson Fleischman, just to name a few. And when they get the ball, they're able to make space, able to break some tackles and make some big gains.
Absolutely. They got speed to burn, Brock. I mean, we saw that last time when we were here on this field with Jude in the kickoff return. We saw Landy make a great catch that wasn't a catch in the end zone, but there's plays to be made, and we got the guys that can make the plays. So it's going to be, to me, I think for us, again, is it's confidence. We get confidence early, get it rolling, and our defensive side of the ball steps up on the line of scrimmage like we've seen those guys up front. Our edge rushers in Waka and Thompson are as good as there are, I believe. Our middle 3 gets some penetration, keep those guys run free. We got a great shot tonight, and we got great weather. We've got a really good crowd. The Bomber faithful showed up in droves tonight. Maybe some of it has to do with the dance team and the cheerleading here beforehand, but they've stuck around. The student section's pretty strong, so we'll see what happens.
It's a great night for football. And if you're watching live right now on the Ballard Network, we want to say thank you to everybody that is tuning in, as well as the people over at Flight Bar and Grill. We want to give a shout-out to you guys watching the game over there. Flight Bar and Grill is our sponsor for the year, able to keep these streams all free, which is a huge part and a huge mission with the Ballard Network. We want to keep all these streams, whether it's middle school sports, high school sports, JV freshmen, whatever it may be. We want to keep all these streams free to you guys, and thanks to Flight Bar and Grill, we are able to keep this game specifically free.
Absolutely. We sure do appreciate those guys, Matt, Marianne, Katie, and all those folks over there at Flight. Number 1 burger in Iowa. Brock,
number 1 burger in Iowa.
We can't say it enough, and I don't think they get tired of hearing it because it was a well-deserved honor. Those folks worked their tail off over there, and it's a beautiful facility, and they got the Flight Lounge open up. So that's another benefit to the community of Huxley here. And if you're coming down 69, Highway 69, stop right in, have yourself a burger, fries, wings. They got it all there at Flight.
For sure. And the Bombers here, we're getting ready for the coin flip. We'll figure out who's going to start with the ball And honestly, before the coin flip even happens, I kind of want to start with the ball just because Jude Gibson already has 2 kick returns on the year. Took one back last week, 2 straight weeks that he has had a kick return. I think last week went for 89 yards, and then 2 weeks ago returned the opening kickoff for 95 yards for a touchdown.
Yes, sir. See if you can make it the hat trick, right? 3 in a row. That'd be something.
Things come in threes, man.
You betcha, you betcha. And again, we talked about Jude just a little bit ago. He's got speed to burn. He gets the ball in his hands. It'll be interesting to see if DCG kicks to him.
That's a good point.
You know, as far as what they do, because right now, Jude's a big part of our points on the board this year for the Bombers. So I got to believe that Coach Heitland, Scott Heitland's been over there at DCG for a number of years. I actually used to coach with his brother, Brent Heitland's the offensive coordinator for Waukee Northwest. So coaching family from Algona, Iowa.
And this DCG program has been a powerhouse for the past couple decades. And, I mean, the Bombers have played this team quite a few times. DCG does lead the all-time series. 7-4 is the record. One of the stats that I want to point out that is interesting,
this is a great stat,
interesting
Brock. Yes,
to keep
you
in mind, that there have been 3 games where the Bombers and the Mustangs have matched up, and 7 or less total points were scored. In all 3 of those games, DCG won. But the fact that there are 3 games in the last 12, 15 years, these two teams have played each other where there's been 7 total points or less.
Yeah.
Is unbelievable.
7-0, 3-0,
and it's 6-0.
Wow.
And the last time these two teams faced off, it was a 7-0 win for DCG in 2019. So we'll see what we got here. Hopefully there's a little bit more of offense on both ends, not just on the Bomber side. We want this to be a good football game as well as the Bombers picking up a W.
Absolutely, and we are biased. We're biased to the Bombers. We're the Ballard Network, right?
Oh, yeah.
The one thing about DCG is they're looking at their stats, seasonal stats, they're fairly balanced. They're probably 60, 55, 45 pass run. They like to run the ball. They've ran it 89 times. They've thrown it since we used to hammer down on them. They beat them 35-0. So they do have the capability to put points on the board. It'll be a test for the Bombers tonight for sure, and I think this is a big game for the Bombers to kind of right the ship, I guess we'd say. We lost that heartbreaker here a couple weeks ago to Humboldt, 14-13. Again, went down, played a good Creston team. Hung around for a little while, but then it didn't go our way. But this is a big one. Get us back to 500 on the season and maybe catapult us into some, and we got some tough games coming up here.
And real quick before we get the game started, you'll see a couple logos flipping through on the bottom right side of the screen. Those are all of our Ballard Athletic Booster Club sponsors for the year. We want to give a shout out to our producer, Dan, for being able to find this amazing capability on the live stream so you can see all of our amazing sponsors of Ballard Athletics.
You know, Brock, that's what he does.
What he does.
The executive producer, Dan Inksler, that's just what he does. He was fiddling around. We were getting texts today. He had a shot. Maybe he had a shot of the sunset earlier, but we're about ready for kickoff. But the guy's, he's just kind of a miracle worker, Dan is. Here we go.
Opening kick is away, and it looks like DCG will get the ball to start here as they pick it up around the 7-yard line. And right away the Bomber defense is there.
That was Waka. Jackson Waka, looks like, with the tackle there.
So it will be the DCG offense that comes out. We got Ty Mickelson as the quarterback for the Mustangs. Had a great game last week. Had 4 touchdowns. He did throw 2 picks, but still 4 passing touchdowns in the game in high school is very impressive.
You betcha. Come out and have a trips open set here with an H-back, that 47, kind of that tight end fullback look.
And they hand it off on the first play to the right side. They were able to pick up a game of 6 run by Carpenter.
34, Eli Carpenter. Dylan Schoen with the tackle there for the Bombers. DCG with a little hurry up here.
Mickelson will look to throw. He is pressured right away and brought down for a sack.
That looks like Big Jack Nelson in there.
Loss of 5, correction.
That's the Bomber defense that we need to see right there. We saw it in that Humboldt game again, to reference 2 weeks ago. When they dropped back in those 5-step drops, they didn't have a lot of time. But that's a credit to our secondary because we've got some dudes back there in the secondary that can cover you.
So an early 3rd down and 10.
First big third down of the game here, Brock. Get us off the field, and we could have decent field position here for the Bombers.
Mickelson awaits the snap, takes it, rolls out to the left side, looking to throw. Bombers are trying to pressure. He is swarmed and taken down for another loss of 2. Waka on the tackle, and that will bring up 4th down, a 3-and-out on the first drive for the Bomber defense.
Tell you what, Brock, you couldn't draw it up any better than that if you're the Bombers. You know, just great pursuit of the football. We actually had 2 guys that ran into each other, but we pursued the ball so well that Waka was right there, and we got him for another loss. So huge, huge first series for the Bomber defense, and we should have pretty good field position here.
So out comes the punter. Eli Rouse back deep to return for the Bombers. Catches it around the 46, makes a move over to the 35, inside the close to the 30 before he's taken out of bounds. There is a flag down. Might be against the Bomber return team.
I believe it is. It might be a block in the back here.
So we'll see what that penalty call is.
He's ran out of bounds by number 24, Easton Halverson.
Wait for the official here, but it looks like we're walking the wrong way if you're a Bomber fan.
So it is called an illegal block in the back. That's a 15-yarder?
That is a 15-yard penalty, I believe. And those are the things we talked about in the pregame about not shooting ourselves in the foot. You know, instead of first down at the 32, now we're first down at the 42. So
out comes the Bomber offense led by quarterback Mason Gatchel. Mason Askelson, former Ballard standout on the defensive side of the ball, as they give it to up the middle to, I think, Rec Hedrick.
Yeah, a little 2-back set there. Gain of 5. That was Perrin on the tackle, number 5.
So you can tell I've been calling Ballard games for a while.
Yeah,
you called him Mason Askelson on the first play.
For a couple years here.
Oh, I'd like to see him play quarterback actually once. That's a big body.
A little different set there to start the game for the Bombers. They come out in the 2-back set and gave the quick hitter to Hedrick down in there.
2nd down, 6. This time they give it to Rouse. Rouse spins up the middle, able to gain maybe a yard. Will bring up 3rd down and manageable.
41-yard line.
Dane Mock. Mock on the tackle there, 47.
Dane Mock, also 48, Wayne Nelson.
Rouse had a great game last week.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Bombers.
Over 200 yards.
Yeah, he had a big
last
touchdown
week.
run. Long touchdown run. We're trying up here, folks. We're trying to get lights on our so we can see the rosters here.
Want to give a shout out to our spotters.
Absolutely.
So 3rd down now. Quick pass to Rouse over to the left side. He's trying to make room to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. So it will bring up 4th down. We'll see what the Bombers do here.
There's Mock again on the tackle. He's everywhere right now. And again, that penalty hurt us as we're probably going to punt. We can flip the field here for the Bombers. Decent first play to start the drive, and we kind of fizzled out. We like to run some counter tray stuff where we'll pull the guard in the tackle. But if we don't execute it, we don't run the ball very well, bottom line.
So Bo Warg, the punter, averaging around 40 yards a punt. This one looks good and is caught at the 5-yard line.
We'll take that all day.
And look at that sunset. That looks like something out of The Lion King, you know?
Oh, boy. Hakuna Matata, what do you say to that? That is. You look out there. That's what Dan gets paid the big bucks. Folks, you can't beat that sunset in Iowa right now here in the fall. Boy, if you could paint a picture, it couldn't look any better than that, Brock.
Thank you, Dan Ingsler, for that amazing shot.
Wow. Man, I might not watch the game. I'm just going to watch the sunset here. I don't want to miss that. That's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I feel like, Brock, you should hold me up like I'm Simba.
I don't know if I can do that.
Well, maybe not. We could try. All right, here they come out. They got
handoff up the middle.
That's 34
gain of
Carpenter.
6. Brody Sampson on the tackle.
Little quick hitter. Here's DCG with the hurry up again.
Similar to the first drive. Quick run and then a quick 2nd down play as they hand it back to Carpenter up the middle. And he's swarmed by a bunch of Bomber defenders. No gain. Jack Nelson on the tackle.
55, Jack Nelson, and 99, Henry Christensen.
So another third down play.
Going to bring up third down.
Bomber defense looking to get another 3 and out here.
Oh, we just got a nice text from a buddy of ours. Sent a little Lion King reference to us. Dan, looks beautiful out there. Big third down here for the Bombers. Get off the field, bringing a little heat. Delayed Nelson up the middle, just missed him. Carpenter dropped it.
So that ball will fall incomplete. And you know what? Credit to Hedrick. I think he was ready to hit him right away, and that could have been a late hit or an unnecessary roughness call. So credit to him to hold back on that.
Absolutely. You know, I talked to Rhett last week or a couple weeks ago after that Humboldt game when he got that penalty. He didn't quite understand it, but you know what? He learned from his mistake right there, held up. If he hits him, first down DCG. Now we're going to get good field position again here. Let's take advantage if you're the Bombers. Looks like we're setting up a right return here.
At the 40, and he is swarmed and taken down.
Where to go?
Bomber offense comes out by number 48, Lane Nelson.
Lane Nelson. I don't know if he's related to Jack Nelson, but the Nelsons can play football, obviously. Here's what's going on right now up front, Brock, for the Bombers. They're getting penetration. They're playing on our side of the line of scrimmage, and that's not a good thing. We're getting negative plays in the run game, and for the Bombers to be successful, we have to run the football. So we got to get something fixed up front here so we can get positive yards and give ourselves a chance.
So second down and long. Rouse in the backfield with Gatchell. Handoff. Tries to cut to the left side, pushing his way forward. Able to gain 4 yards. Still third down and long.
Third and long. We're going to have to make a play here. A little better job on the point of attack there by the Bombers. We got the guard and the tackle to pull through again on that tray action. Right now, we're used to getting 7, 8 yards a carry with Eli Rouse, and now we're getting 2 or 3. So we got to make some adjustments. But right now, Mason Gatchell is going to have to make a play for us.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rouse in the backfield, third down and 11. They fake the handoff. Gatchell fires a deep ball to Landy. Over the shoulder catch. First down, Bombers.
Oh, Nelly.
What a catch from Chance Landy.
Hey, that's a great catch and a great throw from Gatchell. That's a confidence booster and just what we talked and touched about in the pregame. That's a big play for the Bombers. 40. Big play for the Bombers. What a great catch by Landy there. Woo.
Just like that, the Bombers are in the red zone.
Gatchell put that one right in his breadbasket.
First down and 10 after that big 40-yard pass from Gatchell to Landy.
20 personnel here with the 2-back set again with Hedrick and Rouse in the backfield.
Hand off to Hedrick. They flip it over to Gibson. He's running, and he is taken down quickly for a loss of 3.
I do appreciate them trying to get Jude Gibson the football, right? Just didn't work out there. But when Jude's on the field, teams pay attention because of what we talked about again in the pregame. He's got speed to burn. I think he lost his footing there, but again, they were on our side of the line of scrimmage. So we're just I think both teams are kind of feeling each other out right now.
It's a game of chess.
Yeah, well, and you talked about it earlier in the series as these low-scoring games. We've seen them.
So Rouse taking the snap here in Wildcat. They actually give it to Gibson here, and he is taken down.
Ooh, got a penalty.
So there is a flag down. As of now, is a loss of 5.
Direct stop to number 2, Jude Gibson.
Face mask call, so that's an automatic first down.
Well, I don't know if it is.
It's
a 5-yarder.
Correction.
Just a 5-yarder. Yeah, they changed that rule a few years ago because it used to be everything was 15. Yep. And now they've distinguished between the two.
So basically resets it here.
Fleischman brought the play in.
Gatchell back in at quarterback.
11 personnel with 64 in there at the H-back. It's PC.
Hand off to Rouse. He follows the lineman back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1.
Mock again on the tackle. He's been everywhere. He's been all over the field.
So an interesting third down play here. Bombers have yet to attempt a field goal, at least from my memory, this season.
I don't believe they have either. I don't believe we have either. We could be looking at 4-down territory here, Brock. You know, if you're in the coaches, if you're in the ear, if you're on the headset, you're thinking, hey, let's get 7 here, try to make it 4th and manageable for the Bombers. But Gatchel's playing with confidence. He's completed a couple balls already. We got the 2-back set here. Look for the ball maybe to get to see if we can get it to Gibson.
Roll out for Gatchel. Fires it to Hedrick. Gets to the 15 before going out of bounds. Gain of 10, so 4th down, like you said, 4th down and manageable.
It's just what the Bombers needed there, and I love that play call with the bootleg, getting Gatchel out in space. Looked a little bit like one of your probably favorite all-time Cyclones there with the 15 jersey on. And I'll tell you what, give credit to Red Hedrick. That ball was a little bit behind him. Red adjusted nice to it, got up the field. Like you said, 4th and manageable here for the Bombers.
Officially 4th and 5. Ball on the 15. Getting close to the 2:45 mark in the first quarter. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Well, inverted wishbone here with Brody Sampson.
Hand off to Hedrick, and he's met right away. And that will be a gain of 2, so it will be a turnover on downs. Dallas Center Grimes takes over with the possession.
Mock again on the tackle. My spotter up here, Rob Mudd, and Greg Poyer, Jeremy Hillebrand up here helping us out. Rob's pointing to Mock's name about every other play here. For, I would say if he's like a moth to a flame here, but it's more of a moth to a flame. You guys get it, though, out there. Rob got that one. Well, defensive battle, kind of what we thought. We weren't hoping for, but that's what we thought coming into the game, and here we go.
Hand off to Carpenter on 1st down. Gain of 6.
See that, Brock, that's good football right there, because back in the day, and they still talk about now, you want to win on 1st down. And you win on 1st down, you're talking 5 or more yards, and you put yourself in 2nd short. So now you've got the whole playbook open for you here. And the way that DCG is running the football, look for a play action here, possibly. Maybe not this play here, but we've got that spread. We've got that 10 personnel with no tight end. And the running back, Carpenter's, he's kind of been running all over the carpet tonight.
There's that play action like you mentioned, but great defense by the Bombers there, able to read it. Fleischman there on the coverage, so it does bring up 3rd down and 4.
Good play there by the Bombers. They were ready for it. Got a little discombobulated in the backfield there. They got the kind of the handoff. They ran into each other a little bit. Wasn't quite, the timing was off on that timing route, and that's what happened there. Our secondary's tough, Brock. Our guys know how to cover out there, and they're athletic, which they can make up for mistakes, for technique if you're athletic.
Hand off to Carpenter up the middle. And a quick 3rd down play leads to 4th down after Jack Nelson stops that run play from gaining anything, brings up 4th down.
That's a big 3rd down stop there for the Bombers. Again, we should have good field position. See if Eli can't corral this one. Last punt, the Bombers set up which looked like a right return, and if Eli fields that punt, it's there. So look for that. You're going to look for 18, Brody Sampson here. He's lined up on the left side just inside of 54. And if he curls back to that right side, you could see a wall set up, and we could see Rouse. Here he comes. If we don't block in the back, just couldn't get the punt fielded.
The punt lands at the 36. So the Bombers will take over with 1:11 left in the first quarter. We are scoreless here. So a little different from our home opener where we started off the game with a kick return.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. That home opener was a Katy Perry type game. It was fireworks everywhere.
That's great. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I thought I was going to be able to keep it together, but I couldn't.
We're 1 for 1 on the evening, Brock. You know, that's my goal, to get you to crack up at least once an evening. So 2-back set again here for the Bombers. We've seen this ball go to Hedrick, 3 for 3.
A screen
Middle
pass.
screen, and we missed him.
So it is a gain of 1, but Gray, number 11 on the tackle, right away there for Dallas Center Grimes.
I guess you could say there for DCG, we were right there in the gray area.
Brings up 2nd down and 9.
That was well executed there outside of the block. It was set up well. They got good penetration. If we can get him picked up down the field, Hedrick might still be running to the house. I like our game plan for Mason, though, putting him in some comfortable spots. After that third down play where he threw it up there and Landy made a great play, now he's kind of settled in a little.
Second down. Handoff up the middle. Rouse has some room, able to break a couple tackles. And a pickup of about 6 yards. Again, Mock on the tackle. So third down and short. And that should be the last play of the first quarter. So the first quarter ends with no fireworks this time. 0-0. So far has been a heavily defensive battle. Credit to Gatchel and Landy, though, able to connect on a 40-yard pass on the second drive of the game.
You know, Brock, we're right there. That run right there from Rouse was his longest of the game so far, but Eli just needs a little crease, right? If he can get a head of steam going downhill, he's tough. When he gets hit in the backfield, it's really hard for us to do anything.
Representing Ryan Clever is Larry Ford. Representing Coy Dietrich is Mike Mackey. Representing Jackson Fleischman is Holly Larkin. Representing Tyler Gross.
So tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night for the Ballard football team. I think it's the seniors. They get to pick a teacher that has influenced them in their lives.
Representing Braden Kruger is Darren Harrell.
And seeing some of the people that are on in that group, I can see why they got the award.
There you go.
It's a great community. I love the teachers here and staff at Ballard.
Representing Isaac Powers is Jamie Yost.
We got about 3rd and 4 here, 3rd and 3 maybe. A long 3, I would say, for the Bombers. And this is a big third down here for us to convert.
Handoff to Rouse. Met right away by, I think, Mock again.
Mock again. I think he's got 7 or 8 tackles already.
Having a great start.
Yes, he is. I would say at this level right now, he's at about Mach 7.
He had 10 total tackles last week. Has 30 on the year, so
Brock, we're going
heading into this game. 4th and short.
Look for the hard count here. The Bombers got to hold their water. If we're going to go on an off count here, 2, 3, whatever it may be, or a color call, look for the Bombers to hold their water. Go with a bunch set to the left. And the pistol.
Got him to jump.
There we go. That's a nice job by the Bombers right there. The O-line. Good hard count by Gatchel. That's exactly what we wanted. Good play. Good discipline by the offensive lineman there. Everybody to sit still, sit tight, know what the goal is, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's got to be one of the most stressful plays as an offensive lineman because you're like, you can't jump.
And it's a stressful play for the coach, too, because you know if you sit there and you hold your water, they're probably going to jump off sides, but sometimes you don't.
So after the penalty, first down. Play action. Gatchel looking to throw. Fires it away, almost intercepted. Fleischman was the intended receiver. I think he threw it behind him a little bit.
He threw it behind him and over him, and we're lucky that one wasn't picked off because it hit him right in the hands back there, but that's why he's playing in the secondary. He's not the wide receiver. That crossing route, Fleischman might have got a little deep on the route. However, there was traffic there. Mason's got to see that, adjust.
The Bombers get lucky here without that turnover. 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Rouse. Again, Mock and crew there to meet him right at the line.
Clint Kirk. Ryan Perch. Perch, is that how you say that? You folks out there, you folks listening there in Grimes, I know we got some folks listening there. My buddy Spencer Curtis is tuned in Grimes. So, Spencer, if that's how you pronounce that name, give us a thumbs up or something like that.
We don't care if you make fun of us.
That's right.
We're pretending to be broadcasters.
Right. We're very self-deprecating up in the booth. 4 wide receivers here for the Bombers. Big 3rd and long play coming up.
Gatchel looking to throw. Pressure comes, fires away, and it's caught. First down for the Bombers. Chance Landy was there to make the catch. Gain of 13.
Gain of 13. I'll tell you what, I wasn't sure when Mason left the pocket, scrambled to his left, threw back across the field to his right. I was a little nervous. I got sweaty here for a second, Brock, but he saw Landy there, and he went up and got it.
That's a difficult throw no
Absolutely.
matter what level of ball you're playing.
Another big third and long pickup, though, for the Bombers there. Gatch with Landy.
Hopefully that's a sign of something good here for the Bombers. Hand off to Rouse. He's got room to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Rouse takes it to the house, and the Bombers get the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that was a quick hitter. I don't know if we trapped that nose tackle in there, that four-man front, but it was a quick one. We went with 4 wideouts, no tight end in the single back set. And again, he just needed a little crease. And once he got to crease, nobody touched him. And Rouse can turn on the afterburners when he gets in the open field. Great play, great execution there for the Bombers. All happened because of that big third down play. Points on the board. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Kick away is good.
Hey, Dr. Orange Shoes out there, the kicker. He's a fan favorite here.
Sam Hoffman, the kicker. He's now 5 of 5 on the season from PATs.
Sammy Hoffman, give him the Lou Groza Award already, folks. That's a big play for the Bombers.
That was huge. And that third down play from Gatchel Landy, man, that set up that huge run from Rouse. And the rest is history. Bombers take the lead 7-0 early on in the second quarter.
We got to keep the momentum. Special teams, big part of the game. We've seen it in the couple games that the game we saw here with Humboldt. We've seen it on our side, but now we got to pin them deep. Field position battle, we're winning that battle right now. And that's a good thing for the Bombers because you only got to drive the ball 50 yards as opposed to 90. I like our chances for them to drive the ball on us 90 yards. I don't know if they can. We'll see.
Kick is away after the touchdown from Rouse.
Little crease there. Good return.
Turned by number 5, Perrin. It's a good return. It's going to set up actually a pretty decent start for Dallas Center Grimes after that touchdown drive from the Bombers.
And looking back on that offensive drive for the Bombers, how big was the fourth down? We got them to jump off sides. You know, we were on our side of the field. We were probably going to get a timeout if they didn't jump, but credit to our guys up front, the hard count, holding their water, staying still, getting the first down, keeping the drive alive. Big play.
On first down, Mickelson looks to throw, spins off of a tackle, and then he's taken down in the backfield. Is that Hedrick?
I think that is Waka.
Jackson Waka with the sack.
Boy, he was looking for the strip sack there too, Brock. Did you see him bring that hammer down and try to rip that ball out? Nice play, but Sampson had him in his sights right there. Mickelson kind of snuck free, but Waka with the pursuit. Again, one of the things our defense does a really nice job is pursuing the football. You can make a lot of plays from the backside if you just pursue the football and your angles are good.
Second down and long. Hand off to Carpenter. He runs to the right side. He's got a lane. Able to get back and gain about 6 yards. So
solid second down play there. Nice pursuit again by Jack Nelson. They had the edge set there for DCG, and Carpenter just kind of found the corner and ran to grass. And nice 6-yard gain, but another third and long here.
Do you bring pressure?
If it's me here, Brock, I'm going to bring it delayed, and it's probably going to come from Jack Nelson. And you see Jack creeping now.
So play action. Mickelson is pressured, able to roll out. The ball's up in the air, and it's intercepted. Chance Landy with another huge grab tonight for the Bombers, this time on the defensive side.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Brock, that's a dandy from Landy right there with the pick. He's 3 for 3 tonight, catching balls, 2 for us and 1 from them.
Chance Landy making huge plays for the Bombers so far tonight on both ends of the ball. First down.
Call that cover 0 right there in honor of Landy's number.
And you can just sense this Bomber team came out with a different type of energy than you're probably used to a 1-2 team heading into this game.
they got settled in here, Brock. You know, it was kind of a little bit of a, not a dogfight or a pillow fight early, but this second quarter's been all Bombers.
Play action. Gatchel looking to throw. He's got a man. Rouse is deep, and it goes right through his hands. Oh, that could have been another touchdown for Eli Rouse.
Boy, that was a beautiful play call on the play action there. Rouse just out of the backfield and just missed it right there. Good ball. It was a good ball there. Mason stood in the pocket, just missed it. Opportunities. We're getting them. We're getting greedy, though, Brock, because we're converting all those. We're getting used to them. We're just thinking that's a catch, and that's another 6 for the Bombers. But here we go, second and 10. I like the aggressive play call on first down.
Hand off to Hedrick, and he is met right away. Gets actually loss of 1. I was going to say gets back to the line, so now it's 3rd down and 11.
69 Charleston on the tackle there for DCG.
So another 3rd down and long for the Bombers.
Kind of a double-edged sword there, right? We like the aggressive play call on first down, but then we got 2nd and long. We go back to the run game. They're bottling up our run game with the exception of the long run from Rouse. Outside of that one, they've done a decent job containing us, but here we got 3rd and long. Could be in 4-down territory, possibly, depending on if we want to play field position or not. Going to get a timeout here.
So a timeout called by the Ballard Bombers with 7:34 left in the first half. Your Bombers lead 7-0 against the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. And I will say this game has been a little bit of everything. Really, when you look at it, first quarter was pretty much defensive heavy, nothing there, and then the Bombers have been able to pick up a couple of huge 3rd down and longs. And then the last drive was capped off by a 20-plus yard run from Eli Rouse.
And I agree with you, Brock. You mentioned it just a little bit ago. We got a little pep in our step, right? But it's one of those things where when things are going good, everybody's a little more, everything's a little more fluid. Everybody's a little happier. It's just, you get that extra bounce. So 3rd and long, we picked this one up. Who knows what's going to happen? And to me, if you're DCG, you got to know where number 0 is. You got to know where Landy's at. And I look for us to possibly get Gatchel in space, and we got number 2, Jude Gibson, in the slot over there on the top side of the field. Henry Christensen in at the H-back.
Play action, roll out, and they give it to Christensen, and it goes right through his hands. It will fall incomplete. He had space. Maybe could have picked up the first down or set up a more 4th down and manageable, but it falls incomplete, and the punting unit will come out.
Again, don't mind the play call. Got Gatchel in space. Christensen was open. Just dropped it. I'll tell you what, Henry Christensen, he's kind of does it all for us, right? He plays D-line, D-tackle, plays a little DN, plays tight end, plays H-back, running him in routes. He's on the punt team. He catches that one, though. I guarantee we go 4th in. Playing field position now, though.
They try to get it in the coffin corner.
Oh, and he did it.
Did he?
I think he did.
They spot him at the 1. What a punt from Bo Ward.
Bo Ward, what a beauty that was. Couldn't have drawn that up any better if you're the Bombers. That was almost as pretty as the sunset that Dan Inkster filmed earlier. Almost. Not quite there, but it was darn close.
I'll tell you what, I know that in a program earlier this season in a place called Iowa City, they said they had the best punter in the universe. But I don't know if Tory Taylor can do that.
Take it easy, Brock. I'm going to have to talk you off the ledge, bud. That's a great punt by Bo Ward, but we're not quite there yet. He does that a couple more. That's beautiful, though. We talked about field position. The Bombers are winning the field position game so far. Big play here. Bringing pressure.
Hand off to Carpenter. He's met right at the line. No gain.
34, Eli Carpenter.
So I think they officially spotted him at the – so it was a punt that landed at the 2-yard line. Waka was there on the tackle, so 2nd down.
No gains, 2nd down and 10.
That's so hard to do as
Absolutely
a punter.
It is. Absolutely it is. He angled it, and it looked like it didn't bounce. It just bounced kind of straight right.
Looks like they're going to send the pressure. Carpenter again, and then, just a swarm of Bombers right there.
Absolutely.
No gain, 3rd down.
We'll call that a gaggle. That was a gaggle of Bombers on the tackle there. That's on your bingo card. You didn't think you were going to hear gaggle?
I did not think I was going to hear that.
That's a big one. It's a double pointer. 3rd and long here in the shadows of their own goal line. You got to believe they're going to keep it on the ground, aren't they here, Brock?
I'd assume so.
They're playing with fire, Scarecrow, if they decide to pass it. They
do. And he's pressured, and he's taken down.
Jack Nelson.
Jack Nelson with the safety.
Big Jack Nelson, 55, wears it proud.
You mentioned it. I don't know if you passed on that play. They made the decision to pass. It's a gamble, and the Bombers sent the pressure. And you know what? I know Nelson made the tackle and got the safety on that one, but credit to Brody Sampson on the right side, was right there, made the quarterback hesitant.
Yep, absolutely contained you. Had nowhere to go. Mickelson was kind of frozen there like a deer in the headlights, and there it was. And Jack Nelson brought that pressure again. That's that Bomber defensive line. They've been pretty solid all year long, and good things are happening, and we're playing on their side of the line of scrimmage now. So it would be kind of going an about face here for the Bombers. From what we saw in the first quarter to where we're at now, we're rolling.
So now this is an interesting setup for the Bombers, because now the return unit comes out for the first time tonight, and so does number 2 Jude Gibson as one of the return people. We got Chance Landy back there as well. Gibson has number 2 on his jersey. He does have 2 kick returns on the year.
You know, here's the deal for DCG. Pick your poison, because both of these guys can run. And what are they going to do? And this is something that you don't see a lot of, as far as you don't practice. It's a kickoff, but as far as where we're kicking off from, we're going to have good field position here regardless for the Bombers. So that's such a huge play. We got a text in here from Buddy, and he's, on that last tag, it should be a squadron of Bombers.
Squadron.
Which fits.
Love
I like that. Yeah, I like
love that.
I'll give a shout out to Mr. Domino on that one. He came up with that one in the clutch. Thank you, Steven.
So after the safety, here's the kick, and it looks like Landy's going to return it here. Bobbles it a little. Now runs it over to the right side. He's got a lane. Gets to the 50-yard line. Cuts back over to the 40. Inside of the 30.
Well done.
And the Bombers are going to get great field position again.
Right now, Brock, in all 3 phases of the game, the Bombers are executing. Offense, defense, special teams. It's all kind of clicking right now, and we're confident. And a confident Bomber team is one we haven't seen a lot of this year. Call me crazy, but we're in that, looks like we got kind of an 11 personnel here. You could see something play action.
Gibson in
Jet
motion.
Sweep look here to Gibson.
They give it to Gibson, runs to the left side, able to pick up gain of 3 before getting brought down by Perrin, number 5 for DCG.
Number 5, Tate Perry. Also number 48.
Bombers are unique in getting the play calls in because we run them in and out sometimes with our H-back guys. So we got 99 and 64 running plays in and out. You don't see that very often, but they run that H-back kind of tight end looking set for lead blocking stuff. It's all part of our blocking scheme. The bunch set over there on the left.
Play action rollout. Gatchel looking to throw, fires at the Christensen. He makes the catch this time, and he is going to be just short. Nope, picks up enough for the first down. Gain of 9.
Big Henry Christensen. Looks like Seaman was in on that tackle. It's Jimmy Seaman.
He's going to be at the 19-yard line.
That play looked a little similar to that third down play from the last drive where it went through Christensen's mitts. But this time
he held on to that one, Big Henry did.
Picks up the first down. This time they hand it off to Rouse up the middle. And Mock and crew tackle him right away. Gain of 3, though.
We'll take 3 yards in a cloud of dust right now.
So 4:45 left in the half.
Second down for the
Bombers have to be feeling good. Up 9-0. Touchdown from Rouse and a safety from Jack Nelson.
Bombers with that 11 personnel again here. That single set and Gatchel in the pistol.
Gibson in motion over to the right side. They fake the handoff to him and give it to Rouse instead. And he is met.
Lane Nelson on that tackle, it looks like.
Loss of 1. Third down.
Right now, Brock, what's happening on our counter plays or our pulling action with our guards is we're not winning at the point of attack right now. And if we can't win at the point of attack, it does no good for us to pull because we're already there. Okay, so they're playing on our side of the line of scrimmage. It was a decent play call, but when we miss the first guy, that's all it takes to blow the play up. We've got to start giving a little bit more misdirection off of those plays. Could be an adjustment we see at halftime. Little swing out there to Rouse.
Able to make a move and make it more of a manageable fourth down tackle by Ketzel. Gain of 6.
Well, here we go. Are we going to go for it here? Are we going to give the kicker a chance? Looks like we're going to go for it.
Go for it here, it looks like. Another situation, though, you might want to watch for the hard count. I know it's not as close as it was last time to that first down line marker, but still.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a couple timeouts yet to use if we need it. So, yeah, the hard count's a solid play here because it does get us the first down.
Wildcat formation, Rouse in the backfield alongside Gibson. Rouse takes the direct snap, runs over to the right side, spins forward, and a ball is loose.
Be turned over on downs, I believe. He might have it, though.
Offensive linemen are pointing first down. Ball did come loose, so it's going to be where that ball landed and was retrieved.
Oh, it looked to me like Rouse kind of had the edge there, but he cut it up, but he was trying to get the first down, knew where the sticks were. This is going to be close here. Paper thin. I don't know. Wait, Dan, can we zoom in on that with the camera?
And it's a first down for Dallas Center Grimes.
Just held us. Okay. All right. Hey, if you're the Bombers, pick your heads up. Nothing wrong. Decent drive. Had great field position. Didn't take advantage. But, again, field position for us is in our favor. Make a defensive stand. Maybe get another offensive series in here before the half. But, hey, going in at halftime, 9-0 isn't a bad thing.
I know you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, but the Bombers have been able to pressure, and it's been throwing that quarterback Mickelson off all night. Even when they hand it off, not able to break away for huge gains so far.
Yeah, we're getting pressure. Again, line of scrimmage, right? I'll tell you what, the folks from Flight, Marianne Pace, just stopped up, and she brought some delicious goodies. I feel like I'm on the set of College Game Day right now. I am standing with the bear. Oh, Carpenter.
And he's able to pick up a gain of 8.
Jack Nelson's been in on quite a few plays this evening, so it's kind of the Nelson mock show here between DCG and Ballard.
Two great linebackers for both sides have been making big plays for the defensive side of the ball. Carpenter goes up the middle for a gain of about 1. So third down and short.
Third and short here. Big third down play coming up for the Bombers. But that was a really nice first down play there for DCG for some positive yardage, which we haven't seen that from them in the second quarter really at all.
Third down and 1.
Look for pressure up the middle here. Bombers got to dig it in. Look for a hard count.
Bombers bring the pressure, but Carpenter is able to find a hole and pick up the first down for the Mustangs. Gain of 10, good enough for a DCG first down.
Feeling shown. DCG with a little hurry up here. Got 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Got 11 personnel on the pistol.
Handoff again to Carpenter. He's met quickly. I think he was first hit by Nelson. Able to gain a yard, however, nothing huge.
Again, DCG going hurry up, going NASCAR style here. Everybody reading their wristbands. Coach Heitland likes that hurry up offense. See if the Bombers can heat him up here with Mickelson.
Mickelson looks to throw, fires it over to the left side and is caught. And he is met right away by Fleischman.
Really nice play there by Jackson Fleischman in space.
So after the gain of 9, brings up another third down and short. Mickelson looks to throw. Bombers bring pressure. The ball's loose and it's intercepted again. Chance Landy. The dude has been catching everything.
You said it perfectly. The dude. We'll just call him the dude. I'm a Lebowski fan, but he is now the new dude, Chance Landy. Woo, mama. He's just in the right place at the right time, but that's good defense in the secondary, and we touched on it earlier.
And it looks like DCG is going to call a timeout after that turnover. Another interception, 2 tonight for Chance Landy. The Bomber offense takes over.
Right now, Chance Landy's initiating his own no-fly zone for the Bombers.
You got to think, you got to remember back to the last interception. The Bombers came out with a quick play-action play that was going to be 6. If it landed in Rouse's hands, it would have been 6. We'll see if they go aggressive this time with only 1:03 left in the half, or if they go more back to their normal style of offense of some runs and some short passes, which either way, Bombers right now, their offense has been able to roll tonight, and it's been looking good.
Right. Our run game hasn't been great,
Yep.
as good as we're used to seeing out of the Bombers, right? We just talked about Rouse last week having 200 yards, 95 of them, 97 of them were on one run. Granted with that, also you look at it from the Bombers' point of view, you get the ball to start the second half, right? If you're the coaching staff, you're telling Mason, hey, be aggressive but be smart with the football in your hands, right? Because right now we're in the driver's seat. Again, get the ball to start the second half. But it will not shock me to see us take the ball down the field here.
Play action. Mustangs bring pressure. Gatchel able to fight off and get back to the line. I think he gained 1. Gain of 2, actually. Tackle by Lane Nelson. So a timeout called by the Bombers immediately after that play. 52 seconds left in the quarter. Again, it's worth noting, Bombers have not kicked a field goal this year.
Correct. And we're not. We're out of field goal range. But right now, there's a couple thoughts going through the minds of the coaching staff. Do we run the clock down? Do we play conservative? Do we take a shot? So with taking a shot, you risk what just happens there. If we don't pick up a blitz, sack, fumble, anything like that can happen. So you're gambling either way, and it's 50-50.
And the Bombers get the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here. However, I'm a believer if you're on the gas, stay on the gas, right? Pedal down, right? And so we'll see if and Mason did a nice job there with ball security, tucking it, running it, making a smart play. Got 10 personnel in a single back set with Rouse. No tight end in the game. DCG showing pressure.
Gatchel looking to throw. Fires away. I'm not sure who the intended receiver is. There was Gibson and I think Landy in the area, but it lands safely and incomplete.
Just overshot him a bit.
So third down. Now it gets interesting a little more because it's third down and there's only 47 seconds left.
Now I think what you're going to see here, Brock, is a run play. I think we kind of took our shots. We made an attempt to look down the field, but I could see a little bit more conservative play here for the Bombers. Look for a draw right here to Rouse. Oh, they're going to put it in the air again.
Gatchel fires it away, and Gibson comes down with it.
Hey, Jude. Hey, Jude Gibson.
First down. Gain of 12 for Jude Gibson. Great coverage, though, by Dallas Center Grimes there. Just Gibson able to find a little area to get open.
And Gatchel put it in a spot where only Jude could get it.
Gatchel looking to throw again on first down. Fires it away. Ball right into the defender's arms. Perrin comes up with the INT, and it will be DCG ball.
Yeah, we played with fire a little too much there. Mason wishes he had that one back, but second ball we've seen him overshoot in this drive. So, again, kind of floats it out there a little bit, and he looks down the field quite a bit. And that's just maturation process for start of his career. Hey, you don't have to get it all in one shot, but we've had success with it, right? We had Landy on the first third down, and we just missed Rouse on the one, so we're right there. But there's worse things that can happen than that interception right now at this point in the game. So now if you're the Bombers, be smart, Be consistent, wrap up and tackle, and keep them in bounds. Just like that.
Mock with the catch from Mickelson. Gain of 5. Tackle by Tucker Vitzum. And a quick timeout call from DCG. So it looks like they want to at least try something, which, I mean, hey, you got 10 seconds left. Probably 2 more plays at most.
At the most 2, but I'll tell you what, if I'm Mickelson, if I'm Ty Mickelson back there, I'm saying don't put me in a 7-step drop right now, because we've seen Sampson, we've seen Waka, we've seen Nelson, we've seen Christensen getting pressure. And for us Bomber fans, we'll take strip sack, fumble all the way into the house, right? So, but aggressive play calling really here on both sides of the ball here to end the half. Bombers were taking shots down the field. We've seen DCG calling timeouts. They didn't really want to run the timeout. Bombers just got to be consistent, play smart football right here, right? Keep him in front of you, wrap up, make the tackle, rally to the football, rally to the football. Don't assume he's down until the whistle blows. Rally to the ball. Our pursuit's been great. Bombers in a little bit of a prevent here with deep thirds, trying to keep it in front of him.
Mickelson gives it over to the left side. Ball was juggled around and incomplete.
That's Hudson Heiderkin. Heiderkin? Okay, we'll take it.
Let us know if we're pronouncing his name wrong.
Just slipped through his hands there.
5 seconds left in the half. Very eventful first half for the Bombers. Looking to end it with a strong note with a stop here on 3rd down. They just handed up the middle, the Carpenter. He does pick up the first down, but that will do it for the first half of play. We expected a good game, tough game, and so far it's lived up to the hype. Bombers lead 9-0 against DCG heading into halftime. We will step aside for a little bit for the band performance, and then we will have a quick interview after the performance by the band team. But we'll step aside for a little bit right now, and then we'll be back here on the Ballard Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Ballard Marching Band. The drum majors are Katie Tollefson, Coy Dietrich, and Brooklyn Reiner. This year, the Ballard Band presents a show that really rocks. It's the music of Green Day. You do not want to take it for granted. Featuring such songs as Bang Bang, Holiday, Good Riddance, and Still Breathing. Of course, the high school band is under the direction of Derek Hawks. Major Katie Tollefson, is your band ready? The field is yours for halftime.
got us, Danny? Russ, can you hear me okay in that headset?
I sure can.
All right. Hey, folks, we're here at halftime. What a great performance there by the band. Little Green Day takes me back, probably Russ back to
Heck
the day
yeah.
in the old the late 90s or mid-90s, late 90s, early 2000s. But up here in the booth with us is Russ Zimmerman, the just new president, Ballard Booster Club, right, Russ?
Yes, sir.
First term, just new to the job.
Since June, yep.
There we go. Russ, tell us about what's the Booster Club doing? What are some of the things you've got going on, or maybe some of the things you've started in just your short time there?
Yeah, well, first off, I'll start with had some pretty big shoes to fill here.
Sure.
Your executive producer over here left some pretty big shoes to fill, but he left us in a really good spot. Boosters does a lot of great things. We're very fortunate to have such good businesses up here and in the Ballard area, and we've started our campaign. So we got our business membership rolling pretty well. I think we're at or a little bit better than last year. We're one thing that we're really trying this year is family memberships.
Okay.
So trying to get a lot more families involved and get out to them. So we've had a lot of luck with that this year. So we're looking forward to more of that.
What's give me some of the perks. So that you talk about the family membership. What are some of the things? So if I get up my family membership, what comes with that? I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good question. So first and foremost, it's you're donating to a good cause, right?
Sure,
you're trying
absolutely.
to trying to give all these kids, these student athletes, the best experience they can. So that's the big piece of it. You are a member, obviously. You're a voting member of the Booster Club. So show up to meetings and get your voice heard for sure.
Yep.
We have a fall event that we do. A lot of businesses will get some tickets to the fall event that we're trying to plan. So we're getting that set up.
Very good.
And yeah, I mean, there's this. I think the big thing, and one of the things I guess I kind of really want to start off with was thanking you guys, you and Brock. I mean, this whole Ballard Network thing is awesome. I was telling you here before, but we were on our way up to Okoboji a couple weeks ago, so we couldn't make the game, and just being able to listen to this, and I've listened to some live streams before, and you guys do a phenomenal job. So one of the things that we do is help support you guys.
Absolutely,
here. So
with the camera stuff, the huddle stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
We talked about it. Russ and I had dinner together before the game and touched a little bit on the huddle membership. And what are some of the other things that the Booster Club provides for the athletes here in just a quick overview of some of the things that you do for our kids? Yeah,
one of the big things is uniform. So, constantly going through those. So we're constantly raising money. All that fun stuff. For the students mainly, a little bit for the coaches here and there. The huddle membership, you mentioned it. There's obviously a subscription for that. Coaches, a lot of our coaches use that for their practices and just game and being able to analyze game film. I'm sure a lot are familiar with that.
For our kids and our coaches.
Absolutely, and creates an experience like this. We do a lot with the weight room, just in general, sports, athletics, and just the overall health of the kids. Being able to treadmills and just different things like that. It might not necessarily be football or basketball, but it's just trying to get out to every sport and trying to get something for everybody. We put over $70,000 last year back into
that's incredible.
Yeah, just into the funding for different sports, whether it be softball, track, tennis, everybody. So
that's incredible, and that's where the dollars go, right? When you raise the dollars, it goes back to the programs, back to the kids, and it's a variety of them. It's not just pinpointed to one specific program. It's the whole spectrum, which is a huge deal for our, like you said, for our schools, for all schools. I mean, all levels really, as we look at it. Yeah. And we are fortunate to have the people that give what they give. I noticed, following you on Facebook, and you're doing some auction stuff. I saw we had some boards bags, some banners, things like. Talk a little bit about that if you can.
Yeah, so same thing there. Just support with the community. Nate Boak, athletic director. Same thing. It's kind of funny. He had a bunch of old school banners.
Sure.
So we got 20 or 30 of those things posted from years past, and it's funny how quickly those things go. People find them.
Absolutely, nostalgia, right?
Yeah,
it's exactly. That's my name. It was on the wall. You bet.
That was pretty cool to see some of that. We've got some parking passes that we give away or that we auction off through there here at the football stadium and also at the high school. Bag boards, you mentioned it, so made some bag boards, and those sold here recently, and I think coming pretty soon. We've got a former Ballard student that's playing for the Hawkeyes here pretty soon, going to sign a Hawkeye helmet. We'll get that up on the auction as well. So
so doing some creative things as far as that goes, right? Oh, we're live now.
Oh,
so
we're
live.
live.
We are on
hey,
the stream.
whoa, hey now. I got a face for radio, not camera.
Hey,
here.
you're stealing my line now, Russ.
Damn it.
That's awesome. We got some good things going, some new stuff going. Tell us how you can find the Booster Club to be a part of it. Where do we go? Who do we contact? Where can we look for it at, I guess?
Yeah, well, now you put me on the spot because, I just started this, so I don't know the Facebook address or any of that Twitter
well,
stuff
you can find us on
we're on Facebook, absolutely. We'll flash a QR code at some point. I'm sure Dan will help us out with that.
Yep.
But so, yeah, we're out there on social media. The Ballard activity site, there's a Booster link on there as well.
Perfect.
So, yeah, anytime, people want to get signed up, that's where to be.
Absolutely. Now for a couple questions just off the cuff.
Uh-oh.
How's your fantasy football year going so far?
Oh, boy. Well, week 1 down. I think I went 1-2 last week, so that wasn't too bad,
So you're in multiple leagues.
Oh, I'm in multiple leagues.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. Hopefully one of these weeks I'll beat Dan up here pretty big. But
okay, that's good. And then I've been hearing through the grapevine, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's like BBR.
Oh,
it's
here
like
we go.
It's like BBR. Is it Body by Russ or something like that? You're getting some of these guys in shape.
Yeah. If this is the body you want, I guess that's it. But
you're getting them active, though, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're getting out there. We're having fun, loving it.
Awesome. Well, hey, Russ, we're about to kick off the second half. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Keep it up.
Thanks, brother.
Take care.
Thanks, brother.
All right, let's get ready for the second half of play.
Let's get ready to rumble, baby. 9-0 here.
You mentioned fantasy football. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to talk about that.
We won't bring it up.
Yeah.
I don't even play fantasy football anymore, Brock.
I'm starting to realize why I shouldn't.
I just like to watch the games and enjoy them. I just like to enjoy the games. They get frustrating when you're cheering for certain guys, right, or against them.
Oh, yeah.
There's the kick.
Gibson will get it.
Got an avenue up the middle if he sees it.
He
Finds
is dangerous.
the seam.
Able to get to the 40-yard line before he's brought down.
Is that Freund? Karsten Freund. Hey, another great return by Gibson there, and it touches right on. I took some notes, just a couple of things here I wrote down at halftime on the offensive side of the ball, and great field positions, one of them winning the field position battle, but staying aggressive on the offensive side, cleaning up our O-line play a little bit and winning on first down. So we'll see if we can't keep the momentum that we had in the second quarter here.
First play of the second half goes to Rouse off the pitch. He runs to the right side, able to gain 7 yards, about 6 or 7. Brings up second down.
Brock, that's an excellent play call. We touched on that in the first half because we're running all that counter stuff, and we got a little bit of misdirection there. We brought Hedrick underneath, and we flipped it outside, got Rouse in space. Nice 6-yard pickup there, and we talked about winning on first down. We'll take 6 yards every time. So nice adjustment right there, right out of the gate at halftime for the Bombers.
So officially a gain of 5. Second down. Another pitch play, this time to the left side. Rouse able to gain a little bit of steam, picks up the first down and more, fights off the tacklers and picks up the first down.
It was Nelson on the tackle, but Eli Rouse channeling his inner Earl Campbell there and trucking guys everywhere.
First down and 10 for your Bombers.
Earl Campbell, you know that name? That's a name from the past. Woo, baby, he could run the football. That's a great run. Another, a little bit misdirection with that counter with a little bit of underneath fake to Hedrick, which we've seen success with that play, and then we flip it out there into space, and we let Rouse do his thing with his wheels. Jude's looking to get lined up here. We got trips left. We got to get a timeout.
Little miscommunication there on the play call, so it leads to a quick timeout by the Ballard Bombers.
Yeah, we couldn't get, our alignment wasn't right. We couldn't get lined up. Jude wasn't exactly sure where he was supposed to be, but as opposed to getting a penalty, which we saw 2 weeks ago, we saw 5 of them with illegal procedure plays because we were covering guys up. We got the timeout, and we know this is a pretty important drive here. If we can put 6 on the board, I like our chances, So credit to the coaching staff there. But again, just got to clean that stuff up. It's just formation stuff and just getting lined up, and that's drill work. But if you're not used to playing the X or the Y, you're not exactly sure where you need to be. So we just got to get Jude coached up on that. And that's again simple fix, but we saw it before we got penalized for it. So I like that. I like that timeout. It's a little early in the half. However, I'll take the timeout as opposed to losing 5 yards, and we can keep the momentum going down the field. Same formation, just flipped it here. Got the trips to the wide side of the field and Landy down here in the boundary.
Landy had a great first half on both ends of the ball. This play, though, they give it to Gibson. He tries to cut to the right, now to the left, up the middle. Able to have a nice gain. It looked like he was going to get tackled for a loss. Picks up 6 before being tackled by Mock.
He gave him a little slippery, a little move in there, and it was a little bit of orbit motion, kind of brought him back and then turned him back around. A little CFL action there for you.
I didn't know we would have CFL reference
that's on your
our
bingo card. You got it. Here we go. Trips open again with Landy down here in the boundary.
Quick pass to Landy.
He caught that ball?
They say he did.
Holy smokes.
Gain of 3. So it's still 3rd down and short.
I would say we're probably in 4-down territory here. I can't believe Landy caught that ball. I was like 50-50.
Yeah, I thought it ended up in Dallas Center Grimes'
So did
hands.
I. It was almost a pick, but I guess if you throw it in the vicinity of Landy, right now he's catching everything.
3rd down and short. Handoff up the middle. Rouse trying to push his way forward, spins and leaps.
Great second effort there by Eli Rouse
to pick up the 1st down.
That's a huge second effort there.
Kirkpatrick on the tackle, but like you mentioned, that second effort helps the Bombers pick up a fresh set of downs.
And you know what we see out of Eli Rouse a lot, even on those short yardage plays, is he's always falling forward, right? So his momentum's going that way, but that's just a good trait of a running back. His pads are square and he's falling forward, so that's a good play. Keeps the drive alive and keeps us out of 4th down. Get a new set. Win on 1st down here if you're the Bombers.
Option, pitch over to Rouse. He's trying to make room on the right side, able to get back to the line. There is a flag thrown.
Pitches to Rouse.
There's a penalty in the secondary. It looks like we had a little wrestling going on out there. That was Sean Horst, and number 2 looked like Caden Mayfield. We'll see what the penalty is.
Offense, number 20.
Beyond Sean Horst, holding down the field. It was 12 yards from the play.
So for now, that stops the momentum the Bombers have been able to build here.
That's not winning on 1st down right there.
Brings up a 1st down and long. First time tonight, though, the Bombers have made a mistake that leads to a penalty like that where it's cost them a little bit. I know we had that blocking in the back.
On the punt, yep.
Earlier in the game. But this one stands out a little more as they're on the offensive side already. And they're moving the ball. So now on a 1st down and long, they give it over to Landy on a screen pass. He's able to break a tackle. He's got a lane. He could go to the end zone. We'll see if he makes it. He dives! Photographer gets taken out, or a chain member, and they call it a touchdown.
Touchdown,
Chance Landy having himself a night.
Landy with a dandy of an evening. Looks like we're going to go for 2 here. That was a little Seminole screen bubble action. We missed him on the first block, but Landy put his foot in the ground, got outside the numbers, and down the sideline like he was shot out of a cannon. Wow, I didn't think he was going to score on that play. He turned on the Jets there.
A lot of effort plays from the Bombers tonight.
You betcha.
2-point conversion coming up.
Gibson onto the field late here in the Wildcat. Eli's telling him to play right now.
So Rouse looking to take the snap, gets it, runs over to the left side. Great effort, fights his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And, man, the Bombers are rolling right now.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now, that's an outstanding job by Nicholas Schonhorst there. He just got called for the holding penalty on the far side of the field, but he locked his guy up on the edge, couldn't go anywhere, blocked basically Rouse right into the end zone. Outstanding block by Schonhorst. Bombers get the 2, go up 17. Zilch. Wow, that's a nice drive there.
You couldn't have written a better first drive Of course, you got to mention that there was that holding that brought them back a little bit, but they did not give up.
Absolutely. Mentality, right? Our mentality. We're just different right now. We're playing with confidence. There's times when things aren't going well, that 10-yard penalty can kill your drive right there, even on first down. It didn't for us. Made a couple nice plays, and just are executing some stuff. We've seen some adjustments at halftime out of the locker room for the Bombers on the offensive side of the ball. It's working. A little bit of misdirection and getting guys in space, playmakers in space, makes a big difference for us, using our speed. Decent kick there by Soch. Bombers wrap him up. That was Jude Gibson leading the charge there on that one. Good coverage there by the Bombers. Again, clicking on all cylinders. All three facets of the game right now for the Bombers is looking really, really good.
23 carry the Sparks on that stop. Mustangs going to have it first.
So as of now, 17-0, Bombers lead. Early in the second half.
And this plays into the Bombers' hands on the defensive side here a little bit. We'll stick with the game plan, but we can pin our ears back and maybe get after the quarterback. And if you're Ty Mickelson, you're going, oh, baby. Oh boy,
Ball's
early
loose.
whistle. I tell you what, that was gang tackle there, but Walker led the charge, and I think you gave me a little update at halftime. It's the young man's birthday today.
It is. We were told that it is Jackson Walker's birthday. We're going to give him a birthday shout-out here. I mean, what a better way to celebrate your birthday, man. Playing football, Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Friday Night Lights on a beautiful evening here. Huxley, Iowa, and he almost had the strip there.
It'd be great if we can get him a turnover and maybe a touchdown here.
Absolutely. DC Dreams brings him in motion, little crossing route.
Mickelson looking to throw, and he is taken down. I think it is a gain of 1. Brody Sampson on the tackle.
Sampson and Waka there again. Jack Nelson was running him down as well. Mickelson somewhat running for his life back there. Again, good coverage down the field there from the Bombers as they had him bottled up down the field. Mickelson was looking but didn't have anybody open, and you just can't hold the ball for longer than 3 seconds against this front.
Third down and 7. Bombers with the momentum. Mickelson looking to get a first down. Fires it away. Falls incomplete.
Bombers ran a little twist action there. Brought Walker on the inside and twisted the end on the outside. A little different mix-up there. Some line games, we don't see that a lot from the Bombers. But, again, some adjustments being made, giving them some different looks. Fourth down. Should be good field position. Right now, if you're scripting this game for the Bombers, it's an Academy Award right now. You're everything you want.
You need the explanation point, though. Maybe a punt return.
Well, let's get her done here.
Bringing pressure on the punt. They're able to get it away. Rouse back deep to return. Bounces around the 40, and it will be touched around the 32. So it will be a first down for the Bombers, who lead at 17-0 here at Rich Strauss Field. Bomber offense coming out real quick. Want to give a shout out to Flight Bar and Grill for bringing out the food during halftime for our spotters and all of our crew people.
You bet. Thank you, Mary Ann. Those wings were delicious. Hey, Flight doesn't just have the best burger in Iowa. They got some pretty darn good wings, and we can attest to it up here. Everybody was happy.
Proud sponsor of the Ballard Network, able to help us keep these live streams free this year for all of our viewers.
Two-back set.
First down. Pass over to Hedrick. I think his knee was down on the catch, so no gain.
Look at that middle screen action again. Just decent defensive position there, right? Just playing a good assignment football. Usually when you're coaching the D-line and if something's too easy, it's probably too good to be true, right? So, and your linebackers, you stay at home and run your assignments. And it was a little low throw there from Mason, so Hedrick caught the ball, but he was down when he caught it. 2nd and 10, but thrown on first down again. A little different action than what we're used to seeing. For a counter play here to the left.
Handoff over to the left side. Rouse is trying to fight his way to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Again, point of attack.
Again, Mock on the tackle.
We run the counter and we run the pull action. But again, we talked about it in the first half, that point of attack, if they're beating us at the point of attack, the play is basically blowing up in the backfield because you're now having to take one of your pulling linemen and account for a guy that they shouldn't have to account for. So it's just something that we've done some misdirection with it, and we've had some success with it here in the second half. But as an O-line coach, you're saying we know how to block this. Do your job, right?
Third down and long. Play action rollout for Gatchel. He fires it away, and great defense there from the Mustangs. I think number 5 and number 22, Tate Perrin, and number 22.
Yeah, it looks like Jimmy Seaman was all over that one, all over that play.
So it brings up fourth down.
I think it was Seaman that was maybe climbing on his back, but I'm not sure. It was good coverage, but a decent ball there from Gatchel as well.
So Bo Warg, the punter, who had a great punt in the second quarter of play.
Oh, there's another one from Bo with the boomer.
It could get inside the 10 as it's still rolling. Stops at the 10-yard line. What a punt.
Punch. Bo Warg, how about that? Field position, field position, field position. Wow, Zers, what a great punt.
Hey, I said we might have the best punter in the universe.
You know, Brock, boy, you went from Torrey Taylor to the universe. Now, I like your optimism, but hey, I'll give you credit. He's 2 for 2. He pinned him deep inside there. We got the safety with the coffin corner, and then he kicks it down here to the 10. That had to be a 60-yard punt almost. That was awesome.
So the Mustang offense comes out, and they're still looking for their first points of the game. Bomber defense has been all over the place tonight as the first down play results in a gain of 11.
You know, that was a timing route. It was a decent job. It was out of that pistol set. He caught it, took 2 steps, planted and fired, and we a little more cushion there, right, from the Bombers. We gave him just a little too much.
Jaden Jones on the catch, number 3 for the first time tonight. Mickelson looking to throw. Pressured.
Walker getting held. Walker got
there comes
tackled
the flag.
In the backfield.
So the pass is caught by Mock, and he's at the 45-yard line, able to break a couple tackles, still going. Finally brought down, but this one is coming back as there was a definite hold on the left side.
Absolutely.
So this play will not stand.
Yeah, Jackson Walker, he got held right away, and then for good measure, I think he got tackled, so that he couldn't make the play. But, you know, a little more time there. Mock was wide open, so they're getting a little free in the secondary. We talked about how good our secondary has been so far tonight. I feel like we're giving a little bit more cushion, you know, and we've got some guys that can run back there. We just got to put ourselves in a better spot, right? But hey, we'll take the holding penalty. Now we got first and long. That's a big penalty.
Puts them back at the 10-yard line, right where they started on this drive.
I would look for the Bombers to heat him up here maybe with just a little delayed blitz. And there's Nelson and Walker showing it.
Flags thrown right away. False start.
It was on 53.
Is that half the distance, right? Well, 5 either way, I guess, in this situation.
Yep.
So now they're at the 5, so now it's 1st and 25.
And again here, if I'm the Bombers, stick with the game plan, but continue to be aggressive here, right? I mean, we're in the shadows of their own end zone again, and you know Mickelson's thinking about what happened last time. We were on the opposite end, but Bombers bring a little bit of delayed pressure. He's on the run again, and
he's able to find Carpenter, who's got room. Able to get a block and more, and it looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
He's going to pick up the first down, but I'm going to tell you right now, we missed a block in the back that was out in front of everybody, and it sprung him is what happened. It was right there, and it just sprung him for the first down. But excellent play by Mickelson there. A little shovel pass. Thought he kind of had him dead to rights in the end zone. DCG going with the hurry up. They like to play with pace.
Mickelson fires it again, and great defense there by Tucker Vitzum. able to swat that ball away.
Absolutely great coverage, but I'll tell you what, Mock was running right down the middle of the field wide open again, and we got to figure that tight end out.
Wyatt Valenta, the intended receiver on that play, but Tucker Vitson was all over him. So Mickelson will come out of the huddle, 2nd down and 10.
Spread formation. Got 2 up top and 2 on the bottom. Quick release.
There's Mock on the right side. He is wrapped up and brought down quickly. Gain of 2. Caleb Sparks on the tackle. Really haven't said his name a lot tonight, which is kind of shocking. But there he's able to make the tackle and brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long here. What do you think here, Brock? The Bombers bring pressure?
I would.
I would too. I'd heat him up here.
Mickelson rolls, still looking, trying to get some
got
blocks.
room to
Now he's
run.
got a lane for a run, and he's able to pick up the 1st down on the left side. He gets close to the 50, rolls out at the 48-yard line, taunts a little bit at one of the Ballard players, and there's the flag.
There it is.
I think I'm assuming it's going to be.
I don't know. It was on their bench, but their coaching staff does not look very happy. But we're going to see what the play is. I think they were looking for a late hit, but I don't believe that. I think that was number 1. Oh, they did call it on us.
That was a very delayed call on
Boy,
that.
that was late. They got that.
Wow.
That one was late on that. I think that the difference on that one to me, Brock, is it was on their sideline and not ours. And I can understand that. You're that side judge. But it was pretty late. And we had a pretty boisterous response from the DCG contingency over there. However, 15-yard penalty. Got to stay within ourselves. Great coverage again down the field. What a great run there by Mickelson. Just to scramble. Making like eggs. Scrambling everywhere.
Hand off to Carpenter up the middle. He's able to break a couple tackles before being brought down for a gain of 7.
Carpenter runs hard. Fleischman on the that was Jack Nelson on the tackle. We get from PA. Carpenter does run hard. His pad level's low. He's kind of a load to bring down. And right now DCG's got something cooking on some long plays here from the line of scrimmage.
Carpenter gets the handoff again, fights with a stiff arm on the right side, able to pick up the 1st down. Gain of 7 again. So now you're feeling the momentum slowly, not completely yet, because the Bombers do have a 17-point lead. They do take a timeout here, so that's the 2nd timeout already for the Bombers in the 2nd half. But you can feel it slowly creeping over to the DCG side right now.
It is, and right now they're playing with momentum and they're playing with tempo. DCG wants to play with tempo. They want to play up speed, and right now our guys are gassed. Bo Ward, Brody Sampson, they're a little bit tired, and our tackling is showing it. We got to clean it up. We got to wrap up. We got to get more guys to the football. Early in the 2nd quarter, we were flying to the ball. We had 5-6 guys. Right now we got 1, 2. We're not wrapping up. Fundamentally, we've got to be better. When you get tired, your fundamentals start to leave you. We got to. Right now is where we've got to have good mental toughness to make a stand, keep them out of the end zone, keep this lead at 17. And next play, right? Next play, next play, next play.
So coming out of the timeout, 17-0 is the score. Bombers lead. However, Mustangs,
they're on the drive.
I think they're in the closest they've ever been tonight in scoring.
This is and they've had a nice drive. Remember, this started on their own 5-yard line. They were backed up.
And it was 1st and 25 at one point.
And so they've had some nice long plays here to keep the drives alive. They got helped out with a late hit over there on the sideline, which was a big penalty. But right now the Bombers got to bow up and make a stand. Suck it up and play football right here.
Mickelson rolls to the left, looking to throw, fires it, has a man complete, and it will be a gain of 7. Tackle by Sparks, and it was caught by Valenta, number 89 for DCG.
They're tempoing us right now, Brock, and they're doing exactly what they want. They're getting us in space, and our guys are tired. We've been on the field quite a while here on this drive.
Mickelson looking to throw. He's pressured, almost brought down by Walker. Finds Carpenter. Picks up the 1st down. Tackled at the 10. So showing there on the tackle. First down. There is a flag on the field, I just realized.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I don't know what we're looking at. They're asking the DCG coach for what he wants to do here, or he's giving him the explanation. Looks good if you're a Bomber fan. Have we seen the call yet, guys?
Dead ball on sports line, number 75. First hit.
I don't think the officials know.
We're not sure here. We're getting it though. Unsportsmanlike conduct on DCG.
Okay.
On
he pointed at us, so I was like.
75, he said there. That was Alan Hunker. Well, that helps the Bombers. First down, though. They did get the first down, so it was after the play. And Bombers, we're bringing pressure. We're not getting there right now, Brock.
They bring the pressure again on first down. Carpenter gets the pass, able to spin off of it, but right there, the Bomber defense was helping out right there for a gain of 3.
So here's the deal. Dylan Schoen had him right in the crosshairs. He's got to chop his feet, break down, and make the tackle instead of trying to go lights out with him. He makes that tackle for a loss there instead of a gain.
Second down. Mickelson again looking to throw. Bombers looking to get a tackle for a loss. Pass to the end zone. Is it caught? Nope. It rolls out incomplete. Intended receiver was Mock, number 47. We were talking about Chance Landy being everywhere for the Bombers. You got to give credit to number 47, Dane Mock, for the Mustangs tonight. He's been everywhere on the defensive and offensive side.
Yeah. Absolutely. He has been everywhere. We've called his name a ton. And he's playing Ironman football, playing both ways. Big kid, big target for Mickelson. That's why I think he likes him. We've got to get pressure, and Mickelson's kind of Houdini back there with his feet.
And there's the pressure from Nelson,
again.
Able to break a tackle. Waka tries to come up with it. Landy kid picks it off. He's going all the way.
Be smart here.
Bye-bye, Chance Landy. The third interception of the game by Chance Landy. This time it goes all the way for 6.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to sound corny, but you don't want to take a chance on Landy throwing it his way right now. This is unbelievable. Landy's having a whale of a game tonight. Brought the pressure. Mickelson forced one. Landy right spot, right time. Cover 0. No fly zone. Landy to the house. Woo. That was awesome. That was awesome, Brock. Whew. Brock lost his breath there, folks. The PAT
is good.
A little cherry on the top. We like that. The defense. We said the defense has got to bow up, play football right there. That's a big play to go up 24-0.
And credit to the pressure on that play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We talked about Mickelson being Houdini and kind of sneaking his way out of places. He tried to do a little too much.
Nelson and Waka on the pressure right there leads to a difficult pass that is intercepted by who else but Chance Landy for the third time tonight. However, this time it goes for 6.
Absolutely. Here's the deal, though. The Bombers' defense coming right back on the field, and we're pretty tired right now. That'll rejuvenate us a little bit. But we got to get to the quarter break so we can just get some air, get some water into us, get some oxygen. But man, oh man, are we playing good football right now. Chance Landy's taking this personal this evening. Whew. Everything that's been in his area code, he's caught. For us and them. Woo, baby. As the late, great Keith Jackson said, whoa, Nelly.
So here's the kick return after the INT pick 6 for the Bombers, stopped at the 31-yard line. DCG will take over. Caden Anderson with the tackle.
Waka and Anderson in on that one. All right, Bombers defense back on the field again, and if you're DCG, you just got done having a fabulous drive. A fabulous drive up until the interception. So, and now being 24-0, we're going to see a lot of tempo out of DCG. our front guys, if we can get some rotation up there with some of our big guys. But Brody Sampson kind of a little tired. Like I said, we got to get to that quarter break, get us a little bit of energy here and see what happens. I'll tell you what, looks like we got number 3, young Chase Eiley in the game here. I believe he's probably in for Landy, who's still probably trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, Landy on the sideline. Looks like he's catching his breath.
Eiley's an athlete out there on the island.
Bombers again bring pressure. Mickelson fires it away, able to complete it for a gain of 1. Valenta with the catch, tackled by Schoen. So 2nd down and 9. Injury, though.
Got a Bomber down the field. Maybe it looks like it could be a cramp, maybe. Don't want to speculate. But got the trainer on the way out. That was Eiley. We got a couple guys out there. It's a little warm out here. Not as much breeze tonight as we're used to seeing. But, decent coverage there by Eiley. But, all that commotion for a 1-yard gain, the Bombers will take that all day long. And it goes both ways, right? As we talk about the Bomber defense getting a little tired, the same thing can be said for the offensive linemen for DCG. I mean, they're running up and down the field and playing with good tempo too. So it's a battle of mental fortitude right now is what I would say going into leading up to the fourth quarter.
1:15 left in the third quarter. Currently in a stoppage here for a couple injuries on both sides. And it looks like that's Hedrick for the Bombers, though that's a little shaken up. He's walking off, though, so good sign so far.
Yeah, it looks like he might have had a little cramp there.
So 2nd down and 9.
And you know what I like about that play right there, Brock, was we had 2 or 3 guys to the football on the tackle, and that's what makes our defense going from good to great, right, is we're pursuing the ball, and we're not assuming one guy's going to make the play. We're assuming we can all make the play, which is good team football. Little motion here.
Mickelson looking to throw. Bombers looking to get another tackle for loss.
Oh my.
Now a deep pass. Falls incomplete.
I believe we've got to have an illegal man downfield is what I would possibly say. Or he was past the line of scrimmage maybe too. That was a heck of a fake there by Mickelson. I thought Sampson had him strip sack, and he held on to the ball.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a legal forward pass.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I know you can, once you pass that line, you can still pump fake it. I see quarterbacks do that all the time.
Absolutely.
But you can't throw it.
Brett Favre made that famous. He pump faked everywhere. I think he went back to his living room, sat in his recliner, and was pump faking. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and long for DCG. Looks like Landy's back on the field. DCG's got to know where he's at. We got the 2x2 look out here, the spread.
Mickelson,
tight end.
Quick pass to Mock. Caught around the 34-yard line, breaks a tackle. Vitzum is there, though, as well as Waka, able to wrap him up and take him down.
Landon Carson running down the field there, pursuing the football. So we're going to have 4th and short. I think it's go for it time here for DCG.
It's do or die time as we are 44 seconds away from the fourth quarter. Bombers lead 24-0 currently here in Rich Strauss Field.
Got to win on 4th down. We won on 3rd down there a little bit. Got to win on 4th down.
Mickelson looks to throw on 4th down. Runs up the middle. Able to break a couple tackles. Whoa. Trucks a guy.
Mama.
And picks up the 1st down.
I believe Sparks may have got the wind knocked out of him, but Mickelson just trucked him there. For a little guy, Mickelson packs a punch.
Sparks will walk off the field after taking that.
A little shaken up. Brought him down, though. 1st down, though, for DCG. They needed that one desperately, and you could tell Mickelson.
Mickelson looking to throw. Fires it to Carpenter. Hesitated at first. Now Carpenter finds a gap, able to pick up a gain of 4 before being tackled by Jack Nelson. And that will do it for the third quarter of play. I expected a very good game and a very entertaining game. I did not expect a 24-0 score in favor of the Bombers heading into the fourth quarter.
I completely agree with you, Brock. You touched on it though earlier with the shutouts and the no points, so we're kind of there. But we've seen good football from the Bombers, again, in all 3 aspects of the game. But this fourth quarter break couldn't come soon enough for the Bomber defense. We're tired out there right now, all right? But DCG is playing like their hair's on fire because if they don't get points on this possession, it's going to be really, really hard for them to get back in this football game. So
sure.
If you're the Bomber defense, you're bending, you're not breaking. But, again, we've got to tackle in the open field. This is where fundamental football comes into play because as long as we can keep them in front of us and bring them to the ground, they can't score, right? So we just got to break our feet down. We're in the right spots, but fundamentally we just got to get a little bit better.
Real quick, we want to give a shout-out again to Flight Bar and Grill for being our sponsor this season and keeping all of our live streams free for our viewers. Another thing that they also provide is we have a monthly show where we cover a little bit of Ballard athletics as well as other things around the Iowa area involving athletics in general, or just great interview show, great time to hang out with people. The Flyby, I think it's October 1st is our next show.
October 1st, you bet.
You can find more information and find your tickets online on Flight's website and Facebook page as that quick second down play is met by Christensen.
Big Hank Christensen. That was a nice play there. Henry kind of hog-tied him. A little Jared Allen-esque there. Nice play. Again, Carpenter runs hard. I like the way that young man runs the football. Pad level's good. Shoulders are square.
Third down.
4-down territory, right? 4-down territory.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're looking to get a play here, get us to get DCG to third or fourth, a little short.
Mickelson fires it. Valenta, the intended receiver, but it falls incomplete, so it is fourth down.
Here we go. Here we go. Big fourth down again here for the Bombers. We can't overstate it enough. This is a big one here for DCG as well. We just talked about it. If they don't see points on this drive, it's going to be a really uphill climb.
If Landy gets a pick six, does that count as a punt return?
If Landy gets a pick six, I tell you what, I mean, there's Nelson on the pressure, and he throws it up for grabs. It's out of bounds.
Turnover on downs. Great pressure again from Nelson and crew. Bombers will take the ball. 24-0. 11:15
remaining in the fourth quarter.
Again, we dropped a tough one against Humboldt. Week 2 after picking up the Week 1 victory against Pella. Go to Creston. Lost by a couple points, couple possessions, but Creston is a really good team this year.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I think, and I've just seen them a little bit, but they've beat some solid teams on their schedule, and they've got some good talent down there. And, we're 1 or 2 plays away from, being 2-1 right now and looking at maybe going at 3-1. But, we got to close this game out, get to 2-2. But I think you're going to see a steady dose of Eli Rouse here.
Hand off to Rouse, fakes the pitch to Gibson, cuts to the right side, able to fight for extra yardage. Gain of 9, short of the first down.
It's Freund again. Karsten Freund on the play. Nice little misdirection there. That could be setting that reverse play up. Maybe not for this game, but look for that in later games here for the Bombers. I like that. Just keeps everybody a little honest and make sure they're playing formation football. And now we may have broke the huddle with too many guys, but we didn't see it. We'll take that one. Jude just slipped off the sideline there, and we'll take that. Crafty move there by Jude Gibson.
Pitch play. Rouse thought about throwing, now runs back to the left side. Gatchel's going to look to block, now kind of just passes away, but Rouse able to break a couple tackles, picks up 4 yards, good enough for the first down.
I can tell you right now, Mason threw the block. It was the look out, here they come block, because he wasn't nothing to do with that one. Holy smokes. Mason thought about it, and he thought, well, I better not. We still got a few more games left in the season, but Rouse making some chicken salad there.
First down and 10, the ball on the 44-yard line.
Brings up first down, and that's just another effort play from the Bombers tonight.
Rouse plays hard, right? Eli Rouse just plays hard. He leaves it all out on the field, gives you everything he's got.
They hand it to him again. This time he runs to the right side. Puts up a stiff arm, able to pick up a gain of 3 before going out of bounds.
First out of bounds by number 11, Tatum Gray.
Tatum Gray on the tackle. And it just looked like Connor Peacey just couldn't quite get him reached out there on the pole. We brought that H back through there and just couldn't get him reached and hooked. And so then Rouse with a great stiff arm, still gained about 3.5 yards. However, we get that, and we had push up front there, and we had numbers on the outside, and we're one good one away from maybe Rouse bringing that down the sideline.
Second down.
Tell our O-line is fresh.
Handoff up the middle. Rouse getting pushed, still getting pushed, able to pick up the first down before being taken down by Mock and crew.
Red Hedrick was with a nice block in the hole there. He kind of blew that linebacker up with that safety. It was it might have been 48. So that was Lane Nelson came in there, and Hedrick with a really nice job. And then that push in the pile, you know, you never used to be able to do that. That was against the rules. And it was against the rules, and I believe 05 when Notre Dame played USC in the Bush push. Yeah, the Bush push. It was cheating then. It's legal now, but it should have never been allowed back in that game. Cost Notre Dame a chance at the title.
Well,
I'm a Notre Dame fan, by the way. Okay, just in case you were wondering, Brock. Anyway, I digress.
Handoff to Hedrick. He runs to the right side, met right away by a linebacker. I'm not sure who exactly. It's Mock. Go figure.
Yeah.
Able to prevent any gain on first down. Hey, a lot of things on that USC team was considered cheating back then.
Hey, Brock, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm just telling you, that was in the rule book. It was in the rule book. We won't talk about the third down play when it was 3rd and 18. They gave up the long play. We won't talk about that. But anyway, Bombers, offensive line got to stay on it here. Hat on hat. We're a zone team. Let's get a little push up front and see what we can make happen here.
Rouse in motion over to the left side. Gatchel rolls to the left side. He's looking to pass, still looking, fires back across his body, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by number 22, Jimmy Seaman.
Seaman was all over that play again. That's the 3rd time we've seen him tonight. And he just kind of snuck up on Mason, but he sat on the route. Landy sat down in there. And, again,
came out of nowhere, man.
Yeah, Seaman came out of nowhere right there. It was one of those things of what do you do? But Mason's got to live to play another down there, right? He's got to eat that football, throw it away, or take the sack. He was just trying to make too much stuff happen. Again, 4th start of the year, but you're going to watch that on film and say, don't throw that ball. He got away with it earlier. We saw it. And so, hey, I can do it again. You can't. You just can't do that. And that's one that Mason wishes he had back, and hopefully we don't see it again.
Mickelson looking to throw, fires away to Valenta, falls incomplete. Mickelson slow to get up.
It was Caden Anderson in there that put a shot in on Mickelson. Again, getting pressure. Nice little reprieve there by for the defense. But going back to that turnover, and Mason's going to watch that and go, oh, you shouldn't have done that. And he'll know that, but now we got to learn from it, right? But it's like the cookie jar, man. You get caught with your hand in the cookie jar just one too many times, and you're kind of feeling some sort of way about yourself, and we clean that up. Easy fix, mental.
2nd down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Now to the right side is Carpenter. He's breaking a couple tackles over to the right side. Stiff arms a man. He's still going over to the 35 to the 30 before being pushed out of bounds by Caleb Sparks. And Sparks is down.
And I believe that might be, is that Sparks? Looks like Bo Ward.
Oh, Bo Ward, sorry. I get 54 and 23 easily mixed up. You know, that's easy to do.
Sure, yeah. Not sure what's going on over there, but, you know, we had 2 guys that fell on over ourselves again there trying to pursue the football, but a little sloppy on the tackle, you know, and again, I think we're tired. I think our defense has spent some time on the field here, especially the last quarter and a half, or the half of last quarter and now this one, but just fundamental football. And we see glimpses of how good we can really be. We just got to clean it up. And, again, we're nitpicking right now, but you and I both know they'd love to pitch a shutout here.
Yes.
This defense. I mean, that's a pride thing, right? And that's a hey, look at us, and we puffed our chest out, and all 3 phases were good, and we've seen some really big chunk plays. There's a term we haven't used yet this year, but chunk plays, and been like that on kind of just missed tackles, 1 or 2, and then boom, down the sideline, and boom, misses, and there it is. I went a little John Madden there, boom, 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 you know, right there. So I'm no Frank Caliendo. That guy's great, by the way, Frank Caliendo. All right, DCG, look for him to push the tempo here.
Handoff over to the left side, gain of 3. I think that might be number 23. Jackson Walker with the tackle.
Yeah, that was the Walker man, number 8, the birthday boy with a tackle.
Correction.
Squared him up.
It's actually number 22. So they take Carpenter out and bring in Jimmy Seaman as the running back.
Seaman's running all over him right now.
Mickelson looking to throw, fires it out of bounds before getting tackled. Brings up 3rd down.
He was out of the tackle box, but there was absolutely nobody in that area. But because he was out of the tackle box, it's not intentional grounding, but I believe I'm going to have to check with Coach Hochul. Ethan's kind of our rules guy. I know he went to the rules meeting. There's some clarity issues on that with the intentional grounding. I know you're outside the tackle box, but in high school football, I'm not sure what that rule exactly is. I need to learn up on that.
So you're down 24-0, 3rd down and 8 for DCG. Mickelson looking to throw. Bombers again bringing pressure. Pump fake over to the left side. Mickelson still looking. And he throws it out of bounds. Again, no one in the area, but he's outside the tackle box.
You know, 71, Tyler Gross, I mean, he was getting held like he was just a newborn there. I mean, he was getting held across the field. I don't know what we were seeing, but he's got to fight through that, I understand, but holy smokes.
So 4th down.
4th down here.
Mustangs looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 24-0 is the score in favor of Ballard.
Just get off the field here.
Mickelson looking to throw. Now rolls to the right. Still looking. He's wrapped up, and he's taken out of bounds for tackle for a loss. Loss of 5, turnover on downs. Bombers will have it.
Nice play there by Schoen. Settled his feet, didn't let Mickelson give him the little shimmy shake that we've seen him do. I'll tell you what, Mickelson's fun to watch.
He moves well in the pocket.
Absolutely he does, and he keeps plays alive, so a credit to him. And he's been running for his life back there quite a bit tonight because this Bomber defense has been all over him. But he is fun to watch. But when Schoen gets his feet down, settles down, and sits down in that good tackle position, it's a great play by Dylan Schoen. And first and 10 here for the Bombers. Let's put together a nice 5-minute clock-eating drive right here, right? This is where the O-line needs to eat. And we did it right there.
Rouse on the right side, able to pick up a gain of 9 before being brought down by Titan Gray.
This is where Mason Gatchell, as the quarterback, as the leader, he needs to get in those O-linemen's grills and say, this is it. We're going to ride you to the promised land right here. The last 6 minutes of the game, we're going to run this ball down their throat, and we got to have some sort of edge about us up front. Get nasty here to finish this game. This is what an O-lineman dreams of because they know we're going to run at them, and we can break their spirit right here. Gets me fired up, Brock.
I can see it.
I tell you what.
Rouse gets the ball again, pushes forward, able to break a couple before being brought down. Able to pick up 8 yards, good enough for the first down. Tackle again by Gray.
Again, punish on that O-line. They know it's coming and they can't stop it. There's no greater feeling in football when the guy across from you, there's nothing he can do about it. The Bombers need to impose their will and get some confidence on this O-line because we've seen them struggle tonight. We've seen them struggle a little bit throughout the year. This could be a tone setter for them as far as, hey, we can do this even when they know it's coming.
Handoff up the gut, tackled right away, met by number 66.
Handoff to 5, Red Hedrick.
Brandon Bailiff. Hedrick was the one with the carry.
Tell you what, somebody was in trouble because they called the bailiff.
Met right away. Wasn't going to get away from that one.
Wasn't going to get away from that one. You betcha. Been watching a lot of Suits. You know, Suits. It's on Netflix now. You ever watch that show?
I've heard of it. Haven't seen it yet.
It's a good show. Yeah, I know a lot about law now.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm like an armchair lawyer.
That's me with coaching.
Okay, there you go.
Fake handoff. Pass quickly to Sidness, but it was tipped by number 44. Freund.
Little timing play. Around that jet sweep. We're seeing a lot of the – I feel like we're seeing plays that are getting set up and that we're going to have counters off. And I like that. You know, we're a little bit more forward thinking, and that's what you got to evolve as an offense and get – even if it's just a disguise, right? It's a decoy. And Mason on that fake's got to be better, and he puts his foot in the ground. It's got to be timing. And it was a good play to knock the ball down. We had him open, but couldn't execute. Now we got 3rd and long. Like to run more clock here to give the defense a bigger break.
Gatchel fakes the handoff this time, now looking to throw. Fires it deep, and it's intercepted again at the 30-yard line.
Mason just threw that ball up for grabs.
Gatchel's pass intercepted by number 4, Kestel.
Kestel with the INT, number 4 for DCG. So Mustangs take over with the ball, looking to get on the scoreboard before the 5:07 clock runs out.
Again, Mason just kind of threw it up for grabs. Sometimes the best play is no play, right? As far as, hey, it's not there, don't force it. We'll just eat it. That's fine. We can handle that.
Handoff up the middle for Carpenter. Met right away by 2 Bombers.
Chase Eiley in there. Chase Eiley in there with the play.
Gain of 3.
I know Coach Hochul's pretty high on him in the secondary. I know Chase is a really fine track athlete, too. Nice long jumper. I think he may even made a state track meet long jumper. As a freshman last year, so he's just a sophomore. So. We got some talent in the secondary. We got some dudes. We got some athletes here.
Hand off again to Carpenter. This time he's met by Waka.
I'm going to tell you what, Waka did an excellent job.
Met by number 8, Jackson Waka.
That was an excellent job by Waka, just staying at home and then pursuing the football. Stayed in his lane, didn't get too much.
So 3rd down and 4. Might be the last opportunity for DCG to get on the scoreboard if they don't convert on 3rd down or 4th. Carpenter gets the ball and he's tripped up right away. Gains 1, but he's tripped up by number 25,
like Anderson,
Caden Anderson.
Caden Anderson.
Going to bring up 4th down.
So 4th and about. Oh, they're going to bring out the punting unit. Never mind.
This is an interesting.
So 4th and 3, though. Ten seconds on the play clock, and Dallas Center Grimes will call timeout. So for the moment, it is 4th down, and they did bring out the punting unit.
They did, but we're in that 4th and what does it look like? 4th and 3, 4th and 4. So we could be looking at a snap count here, to draw us off sides. We got to stay in there, stay set, stay tight. You definitely got punt safe on here if you're the special teams guy here for the Bombers. So watch the football. That's what they're. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. And is that 48? That looks like Lane Nelson. Is that up back? We used to have a signal when I was coaching in Waukee. Our up back, he got to make the decision. If there was a gap, he made the call. We just had a call. He was our cadence guy, but he made the call. And so we knew if he made that, I think it was Ringo or Lucky, if he said one of those, we knew that we were faking it. And it was his play on the field. Nolan Roethler was his name. He was a great athlete at Iowa. What we got going on here?
Another timeout?
Looks like a penalty.
Oh, penalty.
Oh, no.
And it looks like the Bombers may have jumped. Yep. So it will be a 1st down for the Mustangs. Like you said, snap count.
Well, and I think we were lined up in the neutral zone. I think Yeah, we were encroaching there, and I don't understand why. But it looks like the Bombers are kind of putting some subs in here, subbing some guys in, getting some guys some action. Some of the bigs up front getting some time in here. It's like 67 Noah Thompson's in there, 71 Tyler Gross. 74 Dylan Becker.
Hand off to Seaman. Up the gut. Tackled.
To Jimmy Seaman. Tackled by number 8.
Gains about 6.
29, Daniel Hyman.
Looks like Waka was on the tackle there.
Second down.
Yeah, Seaman right in the teeth of the defense there. I mean, he got 6 yards. It was a nice run, but I mean, we got some backups in, so it's good. We're getting some guys some time, which is really important here for the Bombers.
Second down. Hand off again to Seaman.
Nice
Looks like
run
he's going to pick up the first down. Gain of 4.
Jimmy Seaman.
Chains will move.
Tackled by 29, Daniel Hyman.
Daniel Hyman with the tackle on that last play.
Good tackle there.
Seaman again. Over to the right side. Tackle for a loss of 1. Tackle by Waka.
Waka again there. Seaman just couldn't slip through his hands.
Again, happy birthday to Jackson Waka.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to the birthday boy, Jackson Waka. He's had a whale of a game tonight. A heck of a game from Waka. A lot of tackling. He plays hard. You know, he plays hard. Tell you what, I'm impressed again with DCG's both their running backs. Both Carpenter and Seaman both run the ball hard. Their pad level's good, and they get, you know, right there just got caught in the backfield. Splits right into the play there.
Caden Anderson able to tackle Seaman for a loss.
Calling his name quite a bit here the second half. He's flying around to the football. You like to see that. Looks like Waka's going to get a break here. Lewis Harms checks in for him.
It's always great to see some of these guys that don't always get to play up the heavy majority of the snaps making plays. It's a good sign for a team.
Absolutely. And you know what? These guys show up and they practice every day, just like these starters. They're out there, they're running scout team stuff, they're drilling, they're doing all the things. It's good for them to get in games, get in live action, because it keeps them hungry that way, right? Keeps them engaged. Got a little antsy over there, Mock. Just a little antsy. From the Ballard student section, the contingency stuck around. Neon night or highlighter night, I don't know what they call it. Looks like they're a bunch of construction workers.
That's
down
what I
there.
was going to say.
The high vis night, I like that. Right as I say that, they all take off now.
They're
right
going to go down, probably rush the benches, do the fight song.
Do the fight song. Ballard does have a great fight song.
Yes. I know, you being a Notre Dame fan.
Come on, Brock.
Mickelson looking to throw over to the right side. Fires it away. Almost intercepted. Number 3, Chase Eiley on the coverage.
Eiley was in great position there. And again, Mickelson making like a Denny's Grand Slam and scrambling like eggs there. Unbelievable. You ever had the Grand Slam at Denny's?
I have not.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, there ain't nothing better.
Oh, boy.
Nothing better. Again, Mickelson's fun to watch. He just keeps the play alive, and he keeps kind of going and going and going. And you don't count him out until the ball's either in the air or on the ground or he's tackled because, man, he makes some stuff happen. He is a fun kid to watch, and he plays hard. He's a tough kid. Whoop, we get a little timeout over there. Coach Heitland says we need a TO.
Timeout. Dallas Center. Second change timeout.
So a quick little score update of another game going on here in Central Iowa. I think both of these teams are in our district this year. And it was a battle of 2 undefeated teams, Gilbert, who did beat DCG earlier this year, and Boone. And Gilbert's currently winning 31-12 with 7:07 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh. And Gilbert's got maybe a squad this year. You know, we see them. When do we see them? We see them here.
That's a good question,
I got
actually.
the schedule right here in front of me. Hold on. I can answer my own question here, Brocker. I had it somewhere. I got it in my notes here.
Oh, actually, we don't play them this year.
Oh, we don't? No, we don't.
So they're not in our district. However, Boone is.
Yes, Boone is. Yeah, we don't see Gilbert this year.
I'm used to playing them every year.
Little screen action
Carpenter
here, set up nicely.
With the ball, runs to the
Good
left side
tackle.
and is taken down by number 29, Dylan Hyman.
Tackled by number 29, Hyman.
So it'll bring up
Pass play
a change of possession
Bombers are gonna take
as it was fourth down.
Hey, and I like that our guys came in. We subbed out. We held that shutout intact. You know, that's just a moral victory for our guys. And you know, that's we saw some good things tonight, and we saw some things that we need to fix. You know, we've got to quit turning the ball over. That's a conversation we have to have with Mason and say, hey, play within yourself. Don't force anything. He got away with some. We've seen him tonight. He's thrown some nice balls. He's put it in some nice spots. I still like him more out in space in giving him some options, a little bit of room to run, let him use his athleticism. I thought we did a better job in the second half adjusting our run game to what, countering what wasn't working in the first half to what was to what was in the second half. And defensively, Brock, we were outstanding tonight. And,
yes.
And Chance Landy was player of the game. I mean, we always say Rouse is right there, but Landy, I mean, he was a dandy tonight.
And that will be the last play of the game. Your Bombers will win it. It's not the normal shutout that we're used to in this series where it's usually less than 7 total points combined by both teams. But the Bombers shut out Dallas Center Grimes 24-0, the final score, 24-0. Pick 6 from Landy, rushing touchdown from Rouse. We got a safety, too, at one point in the game.
Had that long reception from Landy that ran down the sideline. So we got a kicking game. I thought we were pretty good in all 3 phases tonight, Brock. I really did. I thought that our special teams was solid. We saw Boborg put a coffin corner and then a deep ball back down to the 5, even though DCG came out of it. We turned DCG over, a time or two there. So good things. And you know what? Anytime you get back to 500, you're back to equal, right? And it's a marathon of a season. It's not a sprint. We talked about that we needed to probably get this one because we've got some toughies coming up on the schedule. We go to Indianola next week, and then we've got a good, solid North Polk team coming to town. So we've got some games coming up that are going to be tough, but they're winnable. And I'll tell you what, this Bomber team earned this victory tonight.
They sure did. Final score 24-0. As you mentioned, Tim, they are on the road next week to Indianola. Should be a very competitive game for sure, and then they're back home. We'll be on the call for that game in 2 weeks against North Polk. Rivalry game, always
a fun one.
Always intense for sure.
Absolutely.
For Tim Davis, I'm Brock Bierman alongside Dan Ingsler, our executive producer. No, correction, senior executive producer.
Yes, he did get
got a
senior
higher
today.
title.
Yes, he did. He earned that today, by golly.
For everybody that helped us out, the spotters, for Flight Bar and Grill that sponsors all these events to keep these games free, for all your viewership and all that, thank you to the viewers and everybody that help out with the Ballard Network.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in.